Welcome to my channel. My name is Emmy from Emmy Evolving. If this is your first time joining me, thank you for finding me. If this is not your first time, thank you for coming back. Hmm, Let me just make a little adjustment right here. Mhm. Sorry, guys. I had to just take care of that really quick. Here goes. Here goes. How's everyone doing? So, I asked what this reading was going to be about, and what I was told is the potential is wild. Potential for what? I do not know. I don't know. Am I going live today? To purchase an expedited request, please visit. Okay. I think that's a sign. I have to go live today to do expedites. Thank you for this, Lindsay. If you'd like to support Soulwork Synergistics, my ministry, please go to floridaindiangroves.com, put in that number at the end of the link, and you'll be able to support us. You'll be able to get some amazing fruit delivered right to your door, freshly picked. Let me just get our cards. All right, here goes. Let's get started. Let's get started. So there's, these things that are going on. These things carry tremendous potential. And the potential is something that really can totally change your life. Okay. It can really, really change your life. This potential that's being mentioned. It feels like it's something that maybe you've been waiting for, something that you really, really want, like your heart really, really wants this. um, you know, it's one of those things. It's like, what do you really want for yourself? What do you really, really want? I'll tell you what I want, what I really, really want. Yeah, no, you got to figure out what you want before your opportunity passes you by. Because once you figure out what you want, you're going to really, really begin to figure out how to go about getting that. Okay. You can't just sit and wait for what you want to be dropped into your lap. You have to actually go after it. Unless, of course, being completely serious, what you want is me. No, no. I'm not trying to play coy with people. I'm going to just be blunt. Some people be thinking things. I'm not trying to encourage you to chase after me. Okay. No. Pick something else. But yeah, everything else, I mean, if what you wants you back, then you need to begin making these decisions that lead to the actions that get you what you want, right? Oh my gosh, you guys. The excitement. The excitement startled me. Holy shit. My excitement startled me. I'm not even joking. I startled myself. Oh, damn, my PTSD be too much. Anywho, let me be excited in a more toned down manner. Um, let me just let me just pull cards. I can't. I can't even right now. I can't even right now. I can't. I can't. If you or someone you know is a talented graphic designer, if part of your passion, part of your career is creating logos, let me know. Get in touch with me. I would love to be able to create some professional logos for several companies that I own, including the ministry. The priority is a logo for the ministry. So if you want to be a part of that, yes, thank you, Lindsay. Email here, contact@meevolving.com. And we'll kind of talk about things and see. Oops. Hi. I didn't mean to click you. And we'll see where that conversation goes. So here goes. All right. Whew. Beauty in reverse. You don't see how beautiful you are. You don't, you just, ooh, okay. At risk, how this will affect me. Let me see if I doubted it. Oh, I did. Let's just, okay. I don't feel like it applies to me per se. I don't. My laptop's acting like a little faux fizzle today. Faux hizzle. My laptop being much. Here, I want to share this with you guys because it ties into this. It ties into it. So I don't know why I saved this. I think I wanted to analyze it a little bit. Like, I don't quite understand. So sometimes I'll just randomly save things. Let me share the screen. Here we go. All right.
One thing I feel like pretty girls don't notice often is how they look to other people. I feel like we're so used to our face, we're so used to our features and body and everything, that we don't realize what it's like for someone to see us for the first time.
So, but here's the thing. What if you're pretty beyond your face? Right? What if you are pretty beyond just this aesthetic? What if you're pretty in here and you don't quite grasp how people see you for the first time? Let's watch that again.
One thing I feel like pretty girls don't notice often is how they look to other people. I feel like we're so used to our face, we're so used to our features and body and everything, that we don't realize what it's like for someone to see us for the first time.
Do you realize what it's like for people to see you for the first time? To see you being yourself, to see you really, really just allowing people to see how you are, who you are, the way your heart operates, just the beauty of the way you love other people. I mean, it's this thing of like not understanding how beautiful you actually are. The potential here can help you to understand, but you have to be willing. If you're not willing, then what ends up happening is your potential kind of just continues to diminish. It continues to diminish because the energy that would have went towards your potential is going to go towards something else, most likely your insecurities, because that's kind of how a lot of people function. Rather than feeding the confidence, we feed the insecurity. And so if you really want to tap into this potential, which is a wild potential, um you got to start tapping into yourself. You have to begin allowing the people who have the capacity to genuinely witness you as you are, to allow them to kind of show you through their reaction to you exactly how you are. Like for some of us, it also works the opposite, right? It also works the opposite, where the things that we don't want to recognize about ourselves, other people will let us know. If people consistently are turned off by you and your behavior, that's something. That's something. Are you trying too hard? Are you not respecting boundaries? Are you this? Are you that? Right? Are you not cognitive of the way your abrasive nature is affecting the people around you? One of my really, really, really good friends. You guys have seen her. I brought her on one time. Jenna. I remember years ago, she was telling me something about someone said something nasty to her, and I was like, "Oh my gosh, are you okay?" Because I was like, "That is so mean." And she goes, "Girl, I don't care. People like that, they're like, whatever. They say whatever. I don't care. What they say doesn't matter to me." Now, if someone like you were to say that I was a B word, then I would be in tears. And I was like, what does that mean? I was like, what does that mean? And she said, "Well, someone like you is just ridiculously nice. And by the time you use that kind of word to describe me, then I know I've really been a total B." Right. And I'm just like, oh, oh. She goes, "Yeah, you don't just say things to hurt people's feelings. Like you're someone who calls it as it is, like you're very nice, but at the same time, um, you have the capacity to just be blunt in your honesty." And I was like, "Oh, but you're not a bee." She goes, "I know." I was like, "Okay, because you're not. You're not a bee." And that's the thing. Maybe, maybe you're not willing to see yourself as you are, because it works the opposite way as well, where, I'm not going to just tell you something complimentary if there's nothing to compliment. Y'all, let me tell you, I'm just not that kind of person. I don't have time to waste on that. I feel that's a lie. If I'm going to tell you something about yourself and it's complimentary, it's going to be the reality of what I'm experiencing and observing from you. If you're not a good person, I'm not going to be like, "Okay, but you're such a good person." I'm going to be like, "Well, you're a bit dickish." Do you want my opinion? Do you really want it? Because I don't know if you'll like it. Yeah, you want it? Okay, I think you're a bit dickish. I think that's a lot of the problem, is that you're a bit dickish in your approach. I'll tell you the truth. So when this card comes up, it's like you're not willing to tell yourself the truth. You're not willing to see the beauty of who you are, not just the aesthetic of you. Let me tell you, being a retired makeup artist, a retired photographer, and a retired wardrobe stylist, I did all of that. Hair, makeup, wardrobe, photography, I did all of it to a high degree. I can make anyone look good, literally. I can make anyone look good. It's aesthetics is nothing. What makes you actually good is what's behind the aesthetic, the thing that you hide from everyone else. Why do we hide these things? Because you're afraid of how people will receive you. Since you're unable to receive yourself in the way you're intended to be received, with beauty and grace, right? You think that that's how other people will receive you. And I sit here as a testament to the reality that people will receive you however you are. They will. They'll receive you however you are, and you get no control over what they do with what they receive outside of cutting off access or allowing it, right? So people often receive me as being a really nice person, very helpful, and I don't get to control whether or not they're going to choose to plan to try and use me, manipulate me, take advantage of me. Or if they're going to see that and be like, "You know what? I want to help her. She helps other people. So I want to help her as she helps other people." Right? You can't control that. So just really accept the beauty that you are. Allow yourself to finally begin seeing um, what it is about you that draws people and situations in. So it's not complicated. The reason you feel this way is because of your internal chaos. 9/11. It's not a complicated thing. It's really not. It's a very, very simple complexity. And you're trying to turn it into a complex simplicity. Stop it. You have to allow yourself to come to a conclusion about all of this. I think a lot of the problem of you tapping into this wild potential is that you are too obedient to the expectations of other people. Why do you feel you have to be obedient to the expectations of others? Is this something having to do with some of the programming you received in childhood? Is this having to do with um, You being the type of empath that feels like you have to apologize for your existence, and as part of your apology, you're prepaying for your place in their life by being overly available, overly giving, overly. How many of you do that? How many of you recognize that you do that, where you prepay for your place in someone's life by trying to create a dependency on you? So many of us do that, and we don't even realize. We do that hoping that someone will need us to the degree that they can't get rid of us or won't choose to get rid of us. And then when that dependency is created, then we're like, God, all you ever do is want things from me. But see, that was what we created, right? That was what we opted to do because we were afraid that we, as we are, were not enough and they won't give us permission. And the only way to atone for our existence is by overly giving. You don't have to overgive. You don't have to. See, that's one of the things that was one of the most difficult things for me to learn about myself, that I was doing that. That's the reason I understand this, is because I've done that for much of my life, where I feel like unless I overgive and create dependency, people won't want me around. And now I'm entering into this space where it's like, if you don't want me around, I won't be. It's simple. Um, it's fine. Like, I don't need to overgive. I don't need to make myself feel as though I'm a horrible person for existing, right? Because many of us do that as well. We guilt ourselves for existing. Ooh, oh my gosh. Okay. High Priestess of Earth and High Priestess of Fire. They're both in reverse. So being upside down in your life, not realizing the different types of potentialities that are coming your way. High Priestess of Fire, being just very, very passionate, but not knowing how to channel that. A fire, it can be something as delicate as a tea candle. It can be something as dangerous as an entire, you know, forest inferno, right? Excuse me. It just all depends on how you choose to go through this process. Um, if you're going to use it with intent, that fire can be used so many different ways, ways that are productive, ways that sustain you, sustain your life, create warmth in your life. It can be harnessed to create things. How do you think they create steel structures and forge all sorts of different things? You have to use fire. Your jewelry requires extremely high heat in order for the metals to smelt and then be formed. How are you using your fire? Are you using it with precision, or are you wasting it on God knows what? There's a very real potential headed your way for the next few months. Um, all of this time you have to really set everything up beautifully, right? To set it up beautifully, to begin developing the connections, creating the opportunities, really just giving yourself the time and the space to do this proper. And by January, February, the first 3 months of 2023, it's going to be amazing. But you have to lay the groundwork now. It's going to require a lot of work on your part. It's going to require a lot of investment in yourself, investment in your growth. Also, there's a need for you to recognize what it is you're investing yourself into. There's a need to recognize the potentiality that you're creating for yourself. Um, it's hard. It's hard because, oh, this is going to be difficult. Here's the thing. It's hard because you're accustomed to investing in everyone but yourself. And for the first time, you're being really asked point blank to invest in yourself. And that's hard. It's hard for you to think that you deserve that type of support, that type of consideration, that type of love, that type of whatever it is that you're needing. It's hard. It's hard. You're worth it. Remember what I told you earlier. I won't say things just to say things. I say what I feel as truth in my heart in that moment. I feel like you're worth it. I feel like this is the process for you to begin really seeing how worth it you actually are. Um, so I do have sessions today. I do. And I have to head to the gym right after this. This is what I'm going to do. I wasn't planning to go live later today, but I feel like I need to kind of serve as a testament to what it is I am actually preaching to you guys, right? Um, I need to be able to create tangible, in real life experiences where you're actually witnessing me do what I'm saying you should do. So, what I'm going to do, I'm going to put some effort today. I mean, I put effort every day, but I'm going to put additional effort today, this afternoon, evening time. And I'm going to go ahead and do expedites. I'm only going to do readings, scans, and ME evals. And all of the proceeds from today will go towards the costs that I am about to incur. I've been looking at event equipment for Soulwork Synergistic. Um, I've been looking at that. I've been looking at the up tents, folding tables, table covers, just really the basics, so that we can present Soulwork Synergistics to the public during these events that we have lined up in such a way that really shows the gravity of what we're doing with minimal expense. So today I'm going to go live. If you'd like to support me as I try and along with my board, launch Soulwork Synergistics into the public realm. Um, join me. Join me. All of the expedites from later today, it'll go towards that. We're needing to get some commercial supplies, commercial level supplies and equipment so that we can really launch on a larger scale the breads that we do. Thank you for this, Lindsay. Lindsay's showing you guys. I do have quite a few different breads that I've created. Um, and we're going to be doing quite a few different types of in-person events, bake sales, so that we can continue to generate funds, not just to kind of help support our board, because I mean they're doing all of this work unpaid. It's been about 2 months, you guys, unpaid. Okay. Um, not only to kind of help support them for the cost of living, but especially so that we can continue to put out programs that are completely free, global programs. Right now, we're doing virtual ministry work and we're not charging for that. So, whenever you put support into Soulwork Synergistics, the Soul Sanctuary, that's what you're doing. You're making it possible for us to put out completely free programs to the people who have no chance of being able to afford any of those programs. These are powerful programs that we're in the process of creating. What we're doing right now is we're really investing in this belief that we have that we can change the world. If you believe it enough, it becomes your reality. That goes for everything. That goes literally for everything that you do in life. If you believe it enough, it becomes your reality. What do you believe in? Your potential or your deficit? If you believe in your deficits, you can stop wondering why your life is going the way it is. is because you believe in your deficits. I believe I have no deficits. I believe that whatever I'm deficient in, once I become aware of it, I will rejuvenate it to the degree that it's no longer a deficit. And my awareness of the existence of deficient parts of me is nothing but me finally reaching the level of maturity that's needed to begin addressing what is deficient so that it's no longer deficient. There is nothing about me, inside me, or around me that I cannot continue to cultivate and grow until it becomes what I need it to be. Whether it is something needing to be learned, a skill needing to be modified and further developed, or whatever it is. Oh, the bread is so good. The bread is so good. I've just been so busy. I haven't been able to post pictures of all the other breads. What I can show you guys, so those not created by me. I gotta show you guys this whole time. These oils were designed. Y'all, I gotta show you this one. These are unedited, okay? They're just so like, oh my God. I cannot. It's so good. Yeah, no, this was one of the loaves that was completely gone before. It didn't even get a chance to cool down. It didn't get a chance to cool down, and I was just like, what is hold on, but I want to show you guys this. It's way further back. Oh, here. This. And again, these are raw images straight out of my phone. Okay, there we go. If you are abroad, and I'll get this all up today. I keep saying that I need to get it all up today, even if the editing is not to my standards. I'm just so particular about editing. It's ridiculous. So let me share this with you guys. If you are abroad, if you are international, you can support us by choosing one of these special. There's 5 different scents that were created, and that's a way to support us. You can ship international. Absolutely. We can ship these international. This bread, oh my God. It's apple bread. It's like apple bread. I have mango guava bread. I have ube bread, pizza bread. So many different types. I'll get them all up hopefully by the end of the day today. But the crystal infused oils, they're divinity oils. And everything was totally just super thought out, from the metaphysical properties of the oils, the flora that's placed in it, the crystals. It's powerful. And I tried to be um, kind of as just a supporting type of presence, right? Yes, mango guava bread, girl, grain free mango guava bread. Lychee bread. Oh, oh my God. Oh my God, Annie, yesterday? Was it yesterday? Was I asleep? I might have fell asleep in the car. Um, I randomly was like, I think I was talking to you in my sleep, like talking about flights because I was gonna fly to you to visit. And I was just like, are you sure? Are you sure they won't find me with you? Yeah, was the weirdest thing. I think I fell asleep in the car, and I woke up to this thought of like you and I were planning my trip to go to you. Girl, I don't know. I don't know. So listening, allowing yourself to listen to The type of conversations you have within yourself about yourself is super important. Ooh. Okay. There's something that's causing you to deceive yourself into hiding the reality of where you belong. Hiding your reality of where you belong. Really not being willing to see all of these upside down choices that you're making that is greatly affecting the trajectory of your self-healing journey. This potential no girl, we don't play with durian. We don't play with durian. I've never been able to eat it. There's just something about durian. I'm just like, it gives me anxiety. A lot of people that I know that eat durian is like, durian is just amazing. And I'm like, it's death. It's sweet death. That's what it smells like to me. I think because my mom didn't prepare me for it. She brought home these durian wafers one time. She thought it was funny and it just really fucked me up in the head. It really did. She brought home durian wafers, right? The cookies. And then I came downstairs. She came home from work. I came downstairs and I was like, "What is that smell?" And instead of telling me, "Calm down, come over here. This is a new fruit. It's really good." Cuz I was already like dry heaving and I never dry heave. And then instead of telling me like, "Calm down, relax yourself," and encourage me to try it, she ripped open the package and she put it in my face. I mean, she didn't like throw it in my face, but she put it right here and I was like, and and since then, because I'm afraid of dry heaving, since then I'm just like, no, no, that scares me. It's just like that's what I hear, Nordell. Durian smells not good, but it's delicious. I couldn't get past that. And then, like, obviously, my dad was there, and then he said I was being dramatic, and then he was telling her to force me to eat it, and then so I really started like nonstop dry heaving, and then he told me that if I actually upchucked, that he'd spank me. And then because of that, I got so upset, I upchugged and then I swallowed it back. It's just trauma. I don't play with trauma. This shit traumatizes the shit out of me. I'm still. Can you see me shaking? Okay. It's gonna be okay, but I can't make durian bread for you. I can't. I can ask the board if maybe like I'll find an Asian store and I'll get a little bit of durian. I can't I can't even do that. I'll ask my husband. I'll ask him to get durian and introduce the board to it. And if the ladies don't get traumatized, I can't do durian. I can't. I just got to breathe. Like you're not there anymore, girl. No one's going to force you to eat durian. Okay. Okay. I'm okay. I mean, I've eaten balut as a child. I didn't go on all the way through to like adulthood until I became vegan. Yeah. If you guys don't know, balut is like a half-formed duck egg. They allow it to get fertilized and they allow it to half form. And then they like you eat that. So disgusting. And then stop, girl, stop. I can't. Durian got me all sorts of fucked up. I swear to God. I gotta move forward. Let's turn on the fan. I've never forgotten the smell of durian. Opo. I'm Filipina. You'd never guess. I can't. Naku, ang grabe. Patay. Oh my God, I can't. I can't with durian. Okay. I thought it was jackfruit. It's so not jackfruit. Okay. Concealment. Feminine. There's something that you're concealing and it's causing your feminine aspects to go upside down. You know what I mean? Um, or you're trying to conceal yourself from someone and it's causing you to feel very upside down in your femininity, right? So, imagination in reverse. You're not imagining this. This is something that you're going through. I think it's some type of connectivity that you're having. You can't cleanse yourself of this. This has been increasing since spring. And eventually, because of your fixation, it will manifest. So you can't cleanse yourself of this. You've been obsessed about this since spring, and you're in the process of manifesting it because of that obsession. Whatever it is that you allow your energy to flow towards, that's exactly what you'll manifest. You know what I'm saying? Oh, you didn't know? Really? You can't tell? You can't tell? Okay. Initiation and then power. So you're not being initiated into this. This is something that you've already been a part of. This is something you've already been a part of. This is something you are co creating. This is something that is just very, very profound and it lends itself to the development of your power. It lends itself to the development of your power. Um, let's see. Okay. So, foundation and alchemist. I think this involves another person, maybe a business partner, maybe a potential relationship. I think it really depends on who you're asking and what the situation is. But this is someone that's coming back home to you. This is going to be the foundation of that alchemical change that will take you to a whole nother level of development. You don't have to be reborn. There's no death that needs to occur, no metaphysical, spiritual death. This is something that you just need to allow, that you need to tap into. Okay, receiving and observe. See, you're not willing to see things for what they are, and you're not willing to receive. You have to allow yourself to really, really, really get comfortable with the process of freeing yourself, really just freeing yourself from that mindset. A lot of empaths are taught that you shouldn't allow yourself to receive, that you have to give to other people, have more compassion for other people than people have for you or you have for yourself. Um, just so many different things that kind of breaks off that circuit of connection. That circuit needs to continue. However much you give, you need to allow yourself to receive. Let that be your mantra. And it's not that I'm going to give you $5 so now you owe me $5. No, it's I'm going to give you $5 because you need this. My heart tells me to be the one to give this to you. So here's the $5, and then being open to having something else assist you, maybe $5 worth of assistance, maybe finding $5 that's been dropped on the floor or the ground, maybe finding $5 in your pocket. I don't know about y'all, but there's times where I'll wear jackets maybe once, twice, and then I won't wear it for like a couple years. And then I'll go back to wearing it. And next thing you know, I find in like a secret pocket, just like money. Yeah, it's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. And those are things that typically will happen if I give something to someone and I'm not expecting anything in return, but I'm also not blocking the return of that same generosity back to me. It'll find a way back. It'll absolutely find a way back. There's times where I've babysat for family. They tried to pay me, and I was like, no, it's okay. Your family. And I get home, and there's a check in the mail for I don't know what, but it's addressed to me in that amount, sometimes double the amount. Not allowing yourself to block off what is rightfully yours simply because you are so accustomed to being taken advantage of, to being the martyr, to being all of these different things that really is not you. It's not you. You're not a burden. You're not a burden. Allowing yourself to receive does not make you a burden at all, especially when you're a very strong person and like the rock for everyone else, right? Oftentimes, when you just help everyone all the time, people kind of look for ways to help you back and then you never allow them. And it's like, I experienced this myself about 2 years ago. This thing of having given so much of myself for several years already and never allowing anyone to give back to me because I always felt like, no, there's other people that need. I don't need. I can earn what I need. You know what I mean? I can work for it. Like it's fine. And then getting into a position where still it's not for me. I'm helping my brother, and I come to all of you and I ask you guys for help, and the amount of help that came in. Mm, I know you guys are probably tired of it. I can't help but feel so much gratitude whenever I think of that period of my life. Just so much gratitude. It becomes this thing of reverting back to this space of like, what did I ever do to be worthy of so much? But not staying there anymore and allowing myself to continue to move forward and just be like, you know what? I don't understand what I could have ever done to receive that much support. But I did, and I just need to be thankful and grateful and continue to be and do more of who I am, because clearly who you support is me. I don't have to be anything outside of myself. I just have to be more of myself with less apologies, less edits, less any of this and any of that. And I distinctly remember that was the start of the whole COVID thing, right? So stores are shut down, people are losing their jobs, everything is just super crazy. And it was this thing of like, um, for those who are not aware, I opened a GoFundMe. I started a GoFundMe for my brother. He had end stage heart failure. And all of your guys' help, his community's help, because he's also very loved in his community. Very, very loved. He's just like me. We're very, very, very much the same. We like to help people. And between his community and our community, gosh, I think in 24 hours, we you guys helped raise over $20,000. That's a lot. That's a lot. And you guys helped raise that, and I told my brother, and again, we are so the same. He's like, "That's too much." And I was like, "I know," and they're not stopping. And he's like, you got to refund them. You got to start refunding people. And it's like, I can't, because I know you're going to need this. And I was talking to my husband about it, and it was difficult for me. And I'm so thankful that he can think logically. And like, because that's why are they doing this? Like, people are struggling right now. I just need a little bit of help until I can get my feet under this. Because um, they had my brother on Milrenone, and I think it was something like, my memory is faulty, so might not be the exact amount. I think it was something like $700 a bag. He was on a constant IV drip. That's what was keeping him alive. And each bag was something like $700. And it's a very new medication. And so the insurance was like, they're not going to cover it. And he needed a new bag every 48 hours. So that added up real quick. And then he couldn't walk anywhere. So he needed a mobility scooter and just all sorts of different things. And it all added up. And I distinctly remember my husband telling me, he said, you help so many people, and they know they'll never get another opportunity to help you because you'll never let them. So just let them. This one time, just let them. And it makes me super emotional because there's nothing that I do that requires repayment. Whatever I do because it's necessary, because it's needed, because it's right. And it's really this process of an empath learning, really allowing themselves to learn that sometimes you need to begin seeing things and receiving things in a space of not being repaid, but just people showing their gratitude, people showing you in a tangible way. And oftentimes, money is the only tangible way, right? Showing you in a tangible way just how valuable you are and how your presence has greatly affected the trajectory of their own self healing. And they just want to say thank you. For many empaths, you can't even find it in yourself to receive the gratitude of the words thank you, much less the action, the gifting, the money, or any of that people use to show, to express their gratitude. So it's this thing of really allowing ourselves to learn learn how to observe the way our environment responds to us, learn to no longer listen to the one person who has not so nice things to say while you actively ignore the 50 people who have said the most amazing things about you, who have been touched by you in such a beautiful way, who have found um, these people who have found comfort in your presence, comfort in your words, have found the courage to become empowered within their life. It's okay for them to feel grateful for you. And it's even more okay for them to feel that gratitude for you and to express it in whatever way they choose without you limiting it. I had to really, really, really make sure that I was super aware of not limiting what people were willing to give. I have a girlfriend who sometimes we chat, most times we don't. And just one day my phone dinged, and I looked and I was like, what the hell? She donated over $1,000 to my brother. We hadn't even talked in I don't know how long. And I fought with myself for an hour to not refund half of it because that wasn't for me to refund. It wasn't for me to tell her, like, you can only show your love and appreciation for me in this way with this amount, and anything beyond that is not acceptable to me, right? Allowing yourself to enter into this space of potentiality with no restrictions, no pre planned agendas of what limits you will allow yourself to reach. Now I'm more in a space of presenting a situation and allowing myself to remind myself consistently. People will give to the extent that they're able. Do not offend people and live with a lack of gratitude by saying you can only give this much or you need to give more or any. I mean, let's face it, I'm not going to say you need to give more, but I do have a habit of having this mindset of, you know what, you have your own problems. You're giving too much. And it's like, no, stop, stop, stop trying to convince other people to agree with the limitations you've placed on yourself in regards to how deeply they're allowed to love you. That's something I'm really struggling learning. Just really, really struggling to learn that. And really allowing myself to get to this point where it's like, what I'm learning right now is not just for me. It's something that benefits the collective whole. Anyone who's ready to learn the same things I'm learning right now, I can serve as a template by just you witnessing how I process things, by you witnessing causation and effect. When I choose this option, this is the effect. And if I don't like that, I have to choose a different option. Really just allowing myself to serve in the capacity I'm meant to serve, which is how the most powerful way, by allowing you to witness me in my deepest depths of authenticity, not a manufactured authenticity, but really going back to the very first card, really allowing myself to correct the positioning of my perception, seeing the beauty of who I actually am. I'm not talking about the aesthetics. I'm not talking about my face or my body or my style. I'm not talking about any of that. I'm talking about the most beautiful thing about me, my heart, the way I can love so fearlessly in a world that teaches you to be afraid of what people will do if you're loving. I don't care what you'll do. You'll never change me from who I am. I'm designed to love people. So that's just what I'll do. Really allowing yourself to just have no shame about who you are and how you are. Really just allowing yourself to accept the potentials that are being presented to you. What potentials are being presented right now? Have you been getting this feeling of different things that you might want to do, and ways you're going to go about doing it, and now you're being presented with opportunities that will fulfill that desire? Is that what's happening? Are you allowing yourself to get very, very comfortable in this space of your hands just relax, not outstretched like this, like you need to receive, right? Just relaxed, just relaxed. And if creation wants to place something in your hand, it can. If creation wants to take something out because it no longer belongs with you, it can. Really just being in flow with your journey. The cycles are coming to a close. This is a cycle that's continued. I think for some of you, the cycle is this waxing and waning of this love that appeared to be um, unrequited love, but in reality, it was a covertly hidden, reciprocal type of emotion. There's reciprocity there, there's an attraction there. Five is a number of change, three is a number of a solid foundation. Things are being changed to place you on a solid foundation from which you can then begin to merge with a potentiality, because 5 plus 3 is 8, right? So attracting to yourself the very things that you want and need. And then it goes back to this card where it's like, where is it? This thing that you can't cleanse yourself of. You've been trying so hard to get it out of your mind, to kind of get it out of your system since spring, and you just can't. You can't. It's this nagging feeling. It's a growing, ever evolving expansion of this thing. I don't know what it is. I don't know if it has to do with a person. I don't know if it has to do with a project, but it's ever evolving. And because of your fixation on it, you're manifesting it, you're bringing it to fruition. The demon host can just stop. Okay. You're going to come across some demon horitas. Yeah, fuck those bitches. Whatever. No energy there. Cut them off. Cauterize it. Heat that blade up real hot. Cauterize it. Yeah. Some things just need to be cut off. Like, no questions asked, just cut off. Cut off. Cut off. You're gonna have to determine though for you, what is it that needs to be cut off. Um, I think for some, it's not a love interest that needs to be cut off. It's your access to your insecurities that cause you to believe these very, very just questionable belief about yourself. Like, there's no way so and so could ever really actually be attracted to me. Why not? Why not? Why? How do you know what their type is? Do you know them that well? I'm just saying, if you're gonna think like, oh, so and so I can't be their type, I can't this, I can't that. Do you know them that well that you know what their type is? But Emmy, like every time I've seen them with someone, um, they're only ever with okay, let's make it about aesthetics, right? They're only ever with someone who's like 5'9" and blonde, and I'm over here like 5 foot and brunette, and I'm kind of just like, um, so they don't stay in the relationship long. So then maybe that's not actually their type. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. You just don't know, do you? You just don't know. You don't know. You don't know until you allow yourself to stop hiding in your moon. Hidden moon. What do you know what your moon sign is? Do you have you taken the time to figure out what your moon is, your sun, moon, and rising? I think to get your rising, your ascendant, you need to have the actual time of your birth. But to get your sun and moon, you only need the date and the location you were born. So that might be a good thing for you to look up. Just Google up free natal chart and it'll take you to one of the websites. And then you put in your info, the day you were born, the location you were born, and then you look for your sun and your moon. You've been hiding in your moon. So for me, my moon is Capricorn. My moon is Capricorn, right? And I say this as a Capricorn, sometimes I really allow myself to be like very capish, very just a little bit dickish. Just because, like, that's what I do to protect my sensitivity as a Piscean, and hiding yourself away further in your moon. This is who you really are, right? Your moon, what you hide from other people, from yourself, the way you are. I think you need to just embrace that. I definitely think you need to just embrace that, because for the longest time I hid my moon so very well, and all people saw was um, my Piscean aspects, and they thought, and then I showed them they were wrong. They didn't know. That's too bad, isn't it? So that's the thing, allowing your moon to kind of serve in the way it's meant to serve. Um, and then just really allowing yourself to step into the spotlight, to be on the stage, front and center, the stage that is your life, right? When it comes to your life, you're supposed to be front and center. You're not supposed to be behind the scenes. You're supposed to be at the front of the stage, and everyone else in your life is a supporting character. Okay. And that applies for their life as well. They should be front and center in their life. And you are merely a supporting character for what they are going through, what they are learning about themselves. So it seems like someone is going to go on a journey, and they're going to need heavy, heavy, heavy protection, right? Invoke the Oraphim and Soul Journey. They're going to need this heavy protection because the journey that they're on, I assume there are people in their environment that don't want them on this journey. Maybe it's you, maybe it's someone else. We're going to see. Worlds within worlds. Okay, someone's building up courage. Someone is really like building up the courage to do something, to come forward. Yeah. You do this to them. You're a world within their world. They've never let go. This is something, it could extend back to past life, where in a previous life, um, you guys had a connection and they've never let go of that connection. Maybe this is someone you haven't met yet in this life. They're going to come back around sometime soon. So, like, this thing of really allowing yourself to be open to connections. Not I'm not saying be open to connections in a way where it's like this is going to be your lover and oh, your twin flame and yada yada. No, I'm not talking about that. That those concepts have already been tainted by shitty humans. Those concepts have already been tainted by the spiritual people. Yeah, like, no, don't listen to that. This is something that far transcends any limited human perceptions, right? But you're a world within their world. It's like you occupy such a huge space, and I think they're seeking you out at this point because the pain of the realization of you not being tangibly felt, where it's like they just have, it's like missing someone and having their shirt that smells like them and just smelling that shirt. And after a while, that's not enough. It's not enough to simply experience the residual essence of that person. Like you want them there. You want them. And they're not even dealing with hope anymore. They're so focused that they're what they're working on is their courage to communicate with you. They're working on that courage. First, they have to address the shadow self, right? Once they address the shadow self, they're going to intuitively know how to shine. And this shine that they're going to experience, it's basically going to be a mirror of your shine. It's going to be a mirror of the gravity of you, because they've been watching you and they've been learning so much, not just about you, but what their proper place is in your life and the true gravity of your place in theirs. This is going to lead to a new chapter beginning. It's going to lead to a transformation. And you simply have to be careful to not make choices that are designed to empty you out, unnaturally empty you out. Okay. You don't have to necessarily change who you are. You do have to allow life to kind of just naturally remove and replace things that are needing to be removed or replaced. Your commitment is being tested. Excuse me. Your commitment to your growth and your path is being tested. Here's just a quick reminder. Your path is wait, am I still live? Hold on. Hold on. I'm wondering if I'm still live. Hold on. It's not connecting. I think I'm not live anymore. Hold on. Let me get to my channel. All right. Okay. I'm still live. That's so weird. This is so weird. Everything else is disconnected on my end. I'll show you guys. um, Let me share this window. You're like, nothing's connected. It's okay. Oh, it won't even show you guys. That's crazy. Ooh, yikes. Okay. Now it's showing you guys. This is so weird. So your commitment's being tested, and then a win-win outcome is forecast. This was in reverse. This doesn't mean loss. This means there's no winning or losing. It just is. This is a component of your journey, and it just is. Take out that logic of win, lose, or draw, right? Luck is on your side. Luck is on your side, and you are like the arrow. You're going to be shot forward tremendously. Bring love into the situation in reverse. This is not about love, because if you're going to make this about love and you don't have a healthy concept of what healthy, balanced love is, then you're basically just injecting toxicity into it, right? So this is not about love. This is about a process that you have to go through. It's time to release negativity. Someone still feels very, very negative. Someone still feels very, very negative. That's okay. They're going to have to deal with their emotions. And I think that's what they're in the process of. It could be something for a business, it could be something for personal. Take time to breathe out. No, it's in reverse. You breathe just fine. You breathe just fine. It has nothing to do with your breathing and everything to do with the work you're doing. So, lifting weights, right? If you're lifting heavy, you have to know how to breathe, right? So I'm reaching the max capacity of my specific muscle that I'm working, and it's like I'm doing what do you call it? We're gonna do an Arnold press, right? We're gonna do an Arnold press. I'm reaching the capacity, and as I start to shake, I'm going to use my breath to go ahead and support that. So using your breath to support the process that you're in, and then recognizing when using your breath to support that process is not enough, that you're needing to stop. If the process, your positioning within that process is not proper, your form is not proper, there's no point in continuing more repetitions. So, say I'm at rep number 7 and I was trying to do 15, and here comes 8. You know, at that point, I'm only doing 8 because I'll injure myself. If I'm more focused on the number rather than the form, I'll injure myself. So rather than be focused on the number, I'm going to be focused on my form. Do I feel like I am solid in what I'm doing? Does it feel like I can get this done properly? What is going on? And really just being honest with my assessment. Don't let your past hold you back. So, this is not about forgetting the past. This is about recognizing how the past played out and choosing to not make the same decisions that you did in the past. Right? So, carrying on with the analogy that I used with working out, this thing of like, I remember I was lifting this weight. It was super heavy. I was able to do it, but the last 2 or 3 reps, I wasn't in proper form. And so I ended up injuring myself. Am I going to return right back to that same weight? No, I'm going to go very, very low, maybe half or even less than half of that weight. And I'm going to begin working my way back up to that. Okay. Oh my God. So, not yesterday, but the day before, I was working out and it was leg day. And so I was on this machine where your thighs are used to squish the thing together, right? So I'm like, doosh, doosh, because I was working my inner thighs, and I had a weight set at like I think like 150, and I was doing reps. And this old man is like behind me, and I don't know, I think I scared him because he was staring at me working out. And so what I ended up doing was I worked out even harder, and I was just staring at him back from over my shoulder. So like I was like this, just staring at him, dush, dush, with my inner thighs. And he was just like, I didn't smile. I didn't greet him, nothing. I was just like, I will squish your head, man. Yeah, it was funny to me. It was. I thought it was hilarious. I don't think he thought it was hilarious. I think he was worried. That's what you get for looking. Look away. I'm not looking away first. I'm asserting my dominance. I'm not looking away first. The answers you need are coming. The answers you need are coming. You're about to get all the confirmation you need. Don't worry. Emotions are running high. It's in reverse. Temper your emotions, okay? Get your emotions kind of in a more neutral space, and you'll be able to achieve that much more, okay? Neutrality can sometimes be a space of ultimate power because now you're kind of just like, I'm just going to see how it works out. And the limitations that you once believed in are temporarily forgotten about, and you can accomplish so much more. So that does it for today's reading. I have to get going already. If you guys could please give this video a thumbs up. If you haven't already subscribed, please do subscribe, turn on that notification bell. I will be going live later today to just do scans, readings, and ME evals. I do encourage you to join me. Hold on. What time can I do it? Let's see. Okay. I do encourage you to join me. I'll be live 4:30 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. And with that, I encourage you to join me and purchase expedites because those funds will definitely be used as part of the funding that will go towards getting the equipment we need. So I already have a whole bunch of things set up um, with the equipment we need, like the commercial grade ingredients, commercial equipment, things like that. And it will really, really help. And I hope that once everything is all set up, that you guys can figure out a way to join us at in-person events. Um, for my safety, just got a disclaimer. I will not be announcing beforehand what event I will personally be at. Okay, just for safety reasons. But I hope that even if I'm not there, you guys can definitely join in. You'll love my board. Once you meet them, you'll freaking love them. All right, guys, I got to get going. I hope everyone has an amazing, amazing rest of your day. Join me later today, 4:30 p.m. 4:30 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. That's what time I'll be on. I'll create the link right now, and I will see you guys then. Bye, everyone.